feel like you're doing everything right, posting consistently, adding value, using hooks, but still you're getting crickets? Yeah, you're not crazy. Some of the most popular content tips are low key ruining your engagement, and I'm calling them out today. Just want to make sure I go live on Instagram as well. There we go. So, this live is for the six figure coach where you already have an audience, but you're not sure how you can convert them into customers. I'm going to show you how to fix your content so that now you're getting the engagement from your audience who are actually ready to buy from you. This live is also for the ambitious business owner where you're stuck between 8 to 10K months. You want to know how you can scale. How can I scale to 20K months, 30K months, 40K months? I'm going to show you especially if you have a business that's built on word of mouth and referrals, I'm going to show you how you can use social media videos in order to attract your dream clients and then convert them into customers. And then if you're a business owner where sales is not your issue, it's just how do I show up on camera? How can I be confident so I can reach a larger audience? How can I take my business to the next level? Then this live is for you too. So I'm going to be showing you how you can shift some of the content that you're putting out so that now you're getting the engagement on your videos so that you can actually attract customers to your page. So here's the thing, we're going to be together today for about 45 minutes. So grab your notebook, grab your pen, take note, take action, make some money, honey. Why? Because action takers are money makers, not time wasters. If you're in here today and you've been following me for a while, you've been joining my lives for a while, you're getting a lot of great information. That's because I teach all of my lives like they are master classes. So this is a free master class for you, but all you got to do is come in, take note, and take action. If you keep coming in and not doing anything with the information, then you're not an action taker. You're a procrastinator. And that's something that you got to work on with you, right? So today, as I said before, I'm going to be talking about what are some of the outdated content tips that you're using right now that's ruining your engagement. Engagement is key no matter what platform you are on, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on TikTok, whether you're on LinkedIn or YouTube. Engagement is key. So I want to show you which content tips are actually ruining your engagement if you're a business owner, and then how you can shift it to increase your engagement. So if you are a business owner, go ahead and drop the name of your business in the chat so I can shout you out. This is my favorite part of the live where I get to shout out your business. You never know who's in need of your services. You never know who's watching you right now. And they actually are like, wait, that's what I've been looking for, right? But if you keep it to yourself, no one's going to know about you. So you can go ahead and drop the name of your business in the chat and I can shout you out. While you are typing in the chat right now, you can double tap on this screen. The more you engage with this live, the more that TikTok will push it out, the more that LinkedIn will push it out, YouTube, Instagram will push it out as well, right? So if you're in here, you can double tap on the screen. You can share this live out with those in your audience. All you have to do is hit the share button at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen and choose 20 people in your DMs. Don't hoard this to yourself. I'm going to be dropping a lot of gems to completely transform the way that you are doing social media so that now you're looking at Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube as your free marketing tool. What do I mean by that? I mean that you don't have to pay for ads. There are some of you where you're ready to start promoting your business and you're paying for Facebook ads, you're paying for TikTok ads, and it's actually hurting your brand more than it's actually building it. Who am I talking to right now? Because I know that that's what happened to me. Last year, I paid for Facebook ads, and instead of it actually building my business, it nearly broke my business. I spent so much money on Facebook ads, and I made $0. Okay, maybe I made about $300, but I was doing it for 6 months. I was investing $1,800 a month into Facebook ads, including the person who was doing it for me, and it did nothing for my business. And something inside of me was telling me, like, don't run ads. Like, who am I talking to right now where you're paying for Facebook ads, you're paying for TikTok ads, and it is not working for your business, right? That's exactly where I was last year. And it nearly broke my business. For 6 months, I'm just hemorrhaging money into Facebook ads, and it did nothing for my business. We brought in a lot of leads, but nobody bought. And then if we did get people who bought, they bought a low ticket offer, but that was it. That was it, right? So for me, I'm a firm believer in actually just using your content, going live and being able to scale your business that way. I have made six figures from just doing organic content, no ads. We did it again last year, organic content, no ads, right? So if you're someone where you're like, I just want to run ads, but you're doing it and you're not seeing the fruit of the labor, the ads is most likely destroying your business and you don't even know it, because all you keep seeing is like, keep running ads, right? Hey, Yvette. So what I'm going to show you in this video is how you can use your content that you're posting now, increase your engagement so you can get those payments. Okay. That is our goal. Use your organic content, increase your engagement so you can get those payments. So if you are a business owner, go ahead and drop the name of your business in the chat so I can shout you out. If you're not a business owner, you can feel free to stick around. I mean, this live won't benefit you at all. This live is specifically for business owners where you are using Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, or YouTube. You're using social media in order to scale your business, but the content that you're posting is not resonating with your audience. And you know it because you're not getting any comments. Your views are low, your engagement is low, and you want this to be another lead generation source. But so far, the only way that you're getting leads right now is through word of mouth and referrals, and you want to know how you can shift. Hey, my daddy's Proverbs, how you doing? Right? So any business owners, you can drop the name of your business in the chat. If we don't have any, I will just go ahead and move on. But if you are a business owner and you're sticking around, you can feel free to ask your questions. Even though I'm teaching this live, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on the types of content that you're putting out that's hurting your engagement and your payment, right? But you can still free to ask questions about your brand, and I will be happy to answer them, right? So I want to go into, actually, let me just tell you who I am. I'm Shamar Starcox, TV producer and marketing coach. My goal is to help you create binge-worthy content so that you can get seen, get paid, and live free by doing this, right? So I've helped businesses be able to scale from 0K months to 5K months, from 20K months to 30K months and beyond, right? But not only that, they've been able to increase their influence and get invited to high profile podcasts, bigger stages. Some of you have been called to more. Some of you have been called to bigger, right? But you're not sure how you can get there. It's like, it doesn't matter how much content you're putting out. It feels like a pull just to get to your next level, right? And so what I typically do is show you the holes in your marketing so that you can fix it, and now you can scale your business. That is just as simple as that. So I want to share this story, and then, hey, Jerusha, how you doing? And then I want to go into the 3 tips, the content tips that you're putting in right now that's actually hurting your engagement, and how you can shift it so you can increase your payment, because engagement leads to payment. Okay. Somebody write that in the chat. Engagement leads to payment, right? So I want to share this story about my friend. I remember she was telling me that she went live, right? And when she went live, first of all, she was nervous to go live. And how many of you, thank you so much, Imani, right? How many of you desire to go live, but there's a fear there? Just the thought of going live makes you go, I don't think I should do this. That's what my friend was. So she's thinking, okay, I'm going to go live, but she was nervous to do it. Why? Because she was thinking, what if no one shows up? She was thinking, what if I mess up? Thank you, Jerusha, right? That's what she was thinking to herself. Some of you, that's where you are. Oh, I could pin comments in here. I didn't even think I knew that. On TikTok, I didn't know you could pin comments in here. I know you could do it on Instagram, but my Instagram be acting up. I'm going to totally do that. Thank you, right? Thank you so much, Yvette, right? So that's where she was, just nervous, all in her head. And then what does she do? So she goes live, and guess what? Only 5 people shows up. And she thinks to herself, maybe I should just get off. She was already nervous. She's already wondering if anyone would show up. And then she goes live and only 5 people shows up, and she thinks to herself, maybe I should get off. How many of you would have just quit if only 5 people showed up to your live? Some of you are like, I would have been excited if 5 people showed up to my live, right? So she's thinking to herself, I should just get off. That's it. Like, it's not like anyone else is going to show up. But instead she decides, let me continue to teach anyway. I don't care if it's just 5 people in the room. I'm going to keep teaching anyway. And she goes ahead, she teaches her audience, and then she gets off the live. Then she gets a phone call. And her friend is like, oh my goodness, you were so amazing on your live. Like me and 500 other people really enjoyed it. And she was like, 500 other people? There was only 5 people on the live. And her friend said, no, actually, I propped my phone up when in my office so that everyone in my office can see it. And my friend was mind blown. You know what we learned that day? That social media is the best way to multiply your impact and your income. For some of you, you're posting your videos, you're going live, and it looks like it's not working. It looks like people aren't engaging. It looks like you only have a little bit of views. But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't know who's actually watching that you're actually making an impact on. When you're selling high ticket, you don't need a lot of people to tune in. You just need the certain amount, whether it's 5 or 7 people to tune in that says, yes, that's exactly what I need. Oftentimes we focus on going viral, we focus on getting all the views, but in all actuality, you want to focus on impact. Who are you making an impact on today? For me, I remember 2 years ago when I hit $17,000 in my business in 1 month, I only need 7 yeses. I did not need 17 yeses. I didn't need 1,000 yeses. I only needed 7 yeses. So as nice as it feels to get the views, as nice as it feels to continuously grow your following, I'm going to tell you right now, especially when you're selling high ticket, you just need to make the impact on the 5, on the 7, on the 10. If my friend decided, let me get off of this live because only 5 people are here, she would not have been able to impact 500 people. You have no idea who's watching. Some of you on here right now, you keep talking yourself out of going live. You keep talking yourself out of posting the videos. And why? It's because there's something going on in here. There's a lack of confidence. There's imposter syndrome. There's a fear of being judged. There's a fear of selling. Who am I talking to right now where that's you? Every month you're like, yeah, I'm going to go live. And you start to get ready to go. And then you suddenly realize, I don't know what to say. You suddenly realize, I don't think I should do this. Or someone calls you and that becomes more important. Who am I talking to right now? But it's time to get out of your own way. When my friend went live and she spoke to the 500 people, Sis was able to build a successful business. She started to show people how they can just go live with a PayPal account and make sales. She built a multiple 6-figure business just off of this strategy. A lot of you in here, you keep telling yourself like, oh, I need business cards. I need a website. I need a funnel. Those things are nice, but it means nothing if people aren't going to it. What you really need is to get started. Yes, some of you are getting your sales through word of mouth and referrals, but how much more when you can use social media to increase your reach, to expand your network? Some of you are the best kept secret in your industry. More people should be hearing about you. Did you hear what I said? More people should be hearing about you, but they don't because you're just stuck in your inner circle. You have convinced yourself the clients that I have now is all that I need. My business is doing great because we're making a certain amount of money each month, but you've been called to impact. You've been called to increase your influence. At what point are you going to step outside your comfort zone? At what point are you going to show your vulnerability on video so that you can actually make an impact on the lives of people who have been waiting for you? When I started my business, in my mind, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I just knew I'm going to show up. And I started going live and I started teaching my audience. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy. My very first time going live, I cried by myself. My very first time going live by myself, I cried because I was so nervous. I had so much fear and it was so embarrassing. But after doing that cry, guess what? I'm still alive today. That had to be like 7 years ago. I'm still alive today. And now I thrive live. I teach all my clients how you can thrive live too. Right? So if you're in here and you're like, yeah, I want to take my business to the next level. I'm tired of playing small. I'm tired of hiding behind my clients. Some of you are hiding behind your logo. Like you're only posting content on your business page. And because of that, it's hurting your sales and your engagement. So if you're in here and you're like, that's me, I want to take my business to the next level. How can I make an impact with the content that I'm putting out now? Because you weren't called to be the best kept secret. You weren't called for no one to hear about you. Some of you, you are great local, but it's time for you to be on bigger stages. It's time for you to be on high profile podcasts. But how they going to find you if they can't find your content? How they going to find you if they can't find your content? If you're in here and you're like, I'm ready to make impact, I'm ready to expand, I'm ready to increase, then I want to invite you to join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge. In the challenge, we show you how to create content that sells in 5 days or less. But not just content that sells, content that creates deep connections. Content that gets your audience to actually comment on your page, that gets your audience to actually share your videos. Content that not just goes viral, but gets viral sales as well. Here's the thing. Some of you in here, you're like, I don't really have a marketing strategy. What I do is people just come to me, which is awesome. So how much more when they're coming to you online? I want you to imagine what it will be like for you to put out content that constantly speaks to your dream client on a daily basis. You're getting 30 leads a day, some of you 30 leads a month. How would that impact your business? How would it shift it that you have a system where when you put out content, you generate leads? So if you're in here and you're like, that's exactly what I want, you can go ahead and click the first link in my bio. Join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge so we can show you how to do that. Or you can feel free to DM me the word challenge accepted. If you're on Instagram, LinkedIn, or TikTok, DM me the word challenge accepted, and I will personally send you an invite to the challenge. Now, the challenge is for business owners where you're already at 6 figures and you're ready to scale. Some of you, you may not be at 6 figures yet, but you have a proven system that you have been able to get clients over and over again, and you want to know what is it that's missing from my marketing so I can get to the next level. You can feel free to join us in the challenge too. Click the first link in my bio, get access to the VIP experience so you can join us. We're kicking off the challenge May 11th to May 15th. And here's the best part about the challenge, that our focus is specifically on you. So if you're in here, you've joined other coaching programs before, you've worked with other coaches before, but you felt like you fell into the background. You slid into the background because it was too much people. In the 5-day challenge is very intimate. Our goal is to focus on your business. Why? Because your business matters. Your business is the business that was created to make impact and global change. And if people don't hear about you, it's going to be extremely hard for you to do that. That's why some of you just getting the clients isn't enough. That's why some of you, there's a stirring inside of you to start a podcast, to show up on YouTube, to go live. Something else inside of you is telling you it's time for more. And that is because you're called to more. So if this is resonating with you and you're like, you're right, Star, that's exactly what I need. Join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge so we can show you how you can put out content that not just resonates with your audience. I'm talking about content that changes lives. I used to put out prayer videos and people will come to me and tell me, I download all of your prayer videos. I write them out and I say the prayers out loud. That's impact. That's impact, right? So if you want, get access, click the first link in my bio, choose the VIP experience, and join us in the challenge. Thank you so much, Imani. Let me see if I can pin your comment. I love that. I didn't know you could pin comments on TikTok. You told me something new. I always do it on Instagram. Hey, Chanel, how you doing? All right, so we're going to go into these 3 tips, but I want to read what Yvette wrote on YouTube. Right. So I asked you all to drop the name of your business in the chat so I can shout you out. And this is what Yvette wrote. Yvette said, this is Bold Nutrition Consulting. We are a DNA-based fitness company specializing in the dynamics of DNA-based fitness for weight management. I love that. Yvette, if it's okay with you, I just want to give you some coaching, right? Like, I love that you said we are DNA-based, right? Which is amazing. But what your audience wants to know is how much weight they're going to lose. So you want to tell them we are a DNA-based fitness company specializing in the dynamics of DNA-based fitness so that you can lose 30 pounds in 30 days. I just made that up. So you might want to say what it is that they're going to lose, because the reality is they don't really care that it's DNA based. It's a nice and it's unique, but what they care about is the transformation and the outcome. So I will let them know we help you lose this much weight in this many days. Also, another thing for your brand is that you help them to keep the weight off. Like, don't be afraid to tell them, like, we help you keep the weight off. You can even say we are a DNA-based fitness company where we specialize in helping you keep the weight off so that it never comes back, right? And now when people hear that, they're like, what? That's what I want, right? So you want to focus on the transformation. Awesome. Yes, I just wanted to shout out Yvette because she's the only one who honored the call to action. Oh, there we go. Imani just wrote, my company is called Me Auntie Dem Inc. We are family services business. Thank you so much for dropping that in the chat. Imani, just want to give you some feedback, and I'm gonna give this feedback to everyone because I love sharing this, right? One of my favorite call to actions when I'm on here is to tell the business owners to drop the name of your business in the chat. And oftentimes people just drop the name of their business in the chat, which is okay. But the problem is no one knows your business yet. They don't know the name of your business. So what do you want to lead with? You want to lead with the transformation, which is what Yvette did. Yvette said, we specialize in DNA-based fitness, right? And so same thing with you, Imani. Okay, she's writing in the chat now. We give parents more time with their family to do more of what really matters, spend time with their loved ones. I love that. That's the outcome. How do you do it now, right? So like with Yvette, she said we are DNA-based fitness, and then we have the outcome. So how do you do that? And that every time you show up online, that's what you want to do. Every time you show up online, you want to tell people, this is how we help you. So even me, I do it all the time. I say I'm a TV producer and marketing coach. I help 6- and 7-figure business owners get paid, get seen, and live free by creating binge-worthy videos on social media. Sometimes if I'm in a different setting, I'll say I'm a marketing coach and TV producer. I help 6- and 7-figure business owners amplify their presence and their profits online, right? So I'll tell them that. Amplify your presence and your profits online. Sometimes I let them know it's with video marketing, but the goal is to be clear so that when people see it and hear it, they're like, that's what I need. So now anyone who's on YouTube and they're seeing Yvette comment, they could click her page and join her services. We've had people where we shouted out their business and they've gotten leads, they've gotten new follows, right? Anyone on Instagram? Instagram, y'all are quiet. I'm about to stop going live for y'all Instagram. Y'all are so quiet. Hey, Carol. Oh, I love it. See, there you go, Imani. Imani says providing childcare, elder care, child and family therapy, medical services, and renovations. I love it. So then if we were to redo your messaging, it's my company is called Me Auntie Dem Inc. Me Auntie Dem Inc. Right? We provide childcare, elder care, and child and family therapy, medical services, and renovations so that parents can have more time with their family and do more of what they really love, right? And now it's very clear. Like, this is how we help you so that you can receive this. I love it. I love it. Okay, awesome. Who's learning something today? Who's like, I never thought about that. But that's our goal. Our goal is to make sure that you're super clear online, because honestly, that is one of the reasons why your audience isn't buying as much. Like some of you, you're probably getting people to purchase here and there, but if you want continuous sales, the goal is to be super clear, right? Okay, so I want to go into these tips. I have 3 tips for you. That is your 3 content tips that is actually hurting your engagement. So before I go into that, because I just thought of something, right? So what is this exactly? Some of you think, just posting the content, if I just post the content, I'll go viral and I'll get my sales, right? I've had a lot of clients come to me who thought that. But tell you right now, it's more to it than that, right? Why is it? Because marketing is the lifeline of your business. Can somebody write that in the chat? Marketing is the lifeline of your business. What do I mean by that? There is no business that is thriving without marketing. None whatsoever. And I'm gonna prove it to you. I just want to do a quick poll, and you can just write in the chat, drop a yes in the chat if you've ever heard of this before, right? If you ever heard of this business before, thank you so much, Imani, that I want you to drop a yes in the chat. No overthinking, just simple yes. Have you ever heard of Nike? Drop a yes in the chat if you've ever heard of Nike. Hey, Miss Luxury, how you doing, honey? Yes, Carol said yes. Imani says yes, absolutely, right? Okay, let me do another one. Have you ever heard of Forever 21? Have you ever heard of Forever 21? Drop a yes in the chat if you ever heard of Forever 21. Right? Yep, I see some more yeses that are coming in. Absolutely. Let's do, oh, hey, cousin. Hey, Saki, how you doing? Let's do one more. Have you ever heard of Gatorade? If you ever heard of Gatorade, drop a yes in the chat. Some of you, it may be Powerade, right? So if you ever heard of Gatorade or even Powerade, drop a yes, right? The only reason why you've ever heard of these businesses is because of their marketing. So my question to you is, what's your marketing like? Are people hearing about you in other states? Are people hearing about you in other countries? What is your marketing like? Because if you have no marketing for your business, guess what? It's not going to thrive. I met someone who told me we don't have any marketing. I mean, he's doing good. It's a nonprofit organization. They're doing good, right? But they could be doing so much better if they just introduce marketing in their business. So what is your marketing like? Or are you still just posting content hoping that people are going to buy? And let me tell you this, there's nothing wrong with hoping, but it's much better to hope with a strategy. And so that's what we do. Everything that we show you on social media is that social media is your free marketing tool. You don't have to run ads. You just put out the content and your audience engages with you so that you can get your sales. So how do we do that? How do we do that? We do that with this. I want to fix 3 things. Some of you have been getting content tips that has been hurting your engagement. And engagement is one of the number 1 ways to get payments. I know there are some people who don't believe that. They're like, oh, I get sales even when people aren't engaging. That's cool. You could be getting more sales when people actually engage with your page. Why? Because when people engage with your page, it triggers the algorithm to push your content. So would you rather reach 1 person or would you rather reach 10 people? Right? Would you rather reach 1 person or 10 people? Sometimes I hear people saying like, yeah, I get sales every day, even though people aren't engaging. They're getting like 1 sale a day, which is not bad, right? But could you imagine getting 10 sales a day? Because people are actually engaging, your content is being pushed, more people are seeing it. This is not just about getting the sales either. This is also about getting more opportunities. People reaching out to you for speaking engagements, right? Like that is the goal. So let's fix these 3 content tips. And here's the number 1 content tip. The number 1 content tip. Thank you. Thank you, Imani. Thank you so much for writing that in the chat. Imani says, like the live and share to your story. That part right there. That's the best way to pay me back. It's called digital currency. You just like the live, double tap on the screen, share it out to your stories, share it out to your DMs. All right, let's go into this. If you're taking notes, this is where you want to take notes. So the first content tip that is actually hurting your engagement is post 2 to 3 times a day. Post 2 to 3 times a day. How many of you have heard that? And how many of you are doing that and exhausting yourself? I see people doing that, and it's okay. If it's working for you, keep doing it. But if you're posting 2 or 3 times a day and you're barely getting any engagement, you're barely getting and what do I mean by engagement? I mean people sharing your video out. That's the highest form of engagement on social media. If people are not sharing your video out, then it's going to be hard to grow your following, right? I also mean people commenting on your videos. The comments on your videos is what's going to let you know if people are ready to buy. Right? So these are the metrics that we check. These are 2 metrics that we check when you're a business owner and you're putting out content for sales. We're not checking the view count because the views don't really count. I'm not going to front. If anyone looked at my page, my views are low. They're low. They're like under 1,000. They're 800. They're 2,000, right? But if you look at the engagement, I get a lot of engagement on my page. Why? Because I focus on relationship building with my community. Right? So that's exactly what you want. Oh, hey, come on. Thanks for joining us. Let me know if I said your name right. Right? So you want to make sure that you are, instead of posting 2 or 3 times a day, you want to have a content strategy that works with your energy. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I am not in my early 20s, although some people may think that. I am not in my early 20s. Sis is in her late 30s. Okay. Me posting 2 or 3 times a day never worked out for me. It's exhausting. So some of you on here, you're like, I don't even want to post once a day. So you want to post based on your energy. So oftentimes I tell my clients, you want to post a minimum of 5 days a week. A minimum of 5 days a week. Why? Because at that point, you're testing your content. When you understand these 3 things, then you can post less. All right. So one more time, when you understand these 3 things, then you can post less. And here's what these 3 things are. What types of content grows your following? What types of content builds your engagement? And what types of content gets you sales? If you do not understand that for your page, you should be posting a minimum of 5 times a week. Why is this important? Because as a business owner, we make our money by converting our followers into customers. Influencers, they make their money by having brand deals and from the platform. Oftentimes you'll hear an influencer talking about monetizing their platform. They're talking about making the money directly from TikTok, making the money directly from YouTube. When you're a business owner, that is, we could care less unless you're making lots of money on YouTube, carry on. But I make more money converting my followers into customers than I do if I monetize TikTok. Like, how many of you have ever monetized TikTok and they've given you hundreds of thousands of dollars for monetizing TikTok? You just drop a yes in the chat if that's you. If it hasn't happened, I mean, I don't know anyone who that's happened for. They've probably made a couple of dollars. I've been on TikTok for the last 4 or 5 years, right? Imani said, nope. I've been on TikTok for the last 4 or 5 years. I don't even know how much money I made. I don't even think I've hit $100 from TikTok, from the platform. But converting my followers into customers, ask me how much I've made. I've actually made hundreds of thousands of dollars converting my followers into customers. And this is why I teach all of my clients how you can do the same. And I'm not the only one. One of my clients who I love talking about, her name is Christina. She's a single mom, full-time employee and manager. And she has a business where she helps men and women land their dream jobs working from home, making 6 figures or more. That's what she does. And before she started working with me, she only had 474 followers. So she was like a lot of you, where it was like, I have this business, but how can I convert my followers into customers? So she was posting her content. Barely anyone was checking for her. And then I showed her, she joined the challenge. I showed her how to do these 3 things. What content grows her following? What content gets her engagement? What content gets her sales? Do you know what happened after that? Sis was able to grow her brand to over 40,000 followers on TikTok. She was able to get booked up for 2 months straight. She got over 300 new email subscribers. And now, because she knows exactly what content to post, every time she posts, she gets email subscribers. Every time. The goal isn't for her to reach everyone in the world. It's to reach the people who need her services. And it all started with her just joining the challenge and us showing her, here's how you can shift your business online to make an impact. That's it. So if you're in here and you're like, that's what I've been looking for. You've tried this TikTok program, that TikTok program. I'm going to tell you right now, we're not a TikTok program. We are a marketing, consulting and coaching business. So we don't just help you with TikTok. We help you fix the holes in your marketing. So if you have an offer and every time you release that offer, you're only getting a certain amount of signups and you want to significantly increase it, we show you how to do that with video content. If you are a speaker and you're great at speaking, one-on-one, you do amazing. Sales calls, you do amazing. But when you get on video, your expertise doesn't translate. We show you how to get that to translate. What do I mean by that? Some of you have a wealth of knowledge right in here. But when it comes to putting it in video, you get stuck. You get stuck. So we show you how to get the content out of here into 1-minute videos. Some of you 2-minute videos, right? So that now when people are seeing you, they're actually saying, how can I buy from you? As opposed to cute outfit. That's the engagement that some of you are getting right now. Cute outfit. This was very inspiring. Who's getting that right now? A lot of your engagement is, this was very inspiring. Oh, I love your outfit, but it's not actually leading to sales on social media, right? And so our goal is to show you how to shift so that now when you put out the content, it's actually leading to cash. When you put out the content, it's leading to conversations that convert. That's the goal. So if you're in here, you're like, that's exactly what I need, and I want to learn it now, right? Some of you, you've been on social media for the last 3 years. You've even convinced yourself that social media doesn't work for your business. You see everyone else, they're making money on social media, they're converting their followers into customers. And then when it comes to your business, you start thinking, man, this doesn't work for me. You're the only one that it doesn't work for. Why is that? It's not because it's not actually working, but it's just because in your mind, you've convinced yourself it doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't believe that it works, your body will never do the thing that it needs to do in order for it to work. That's a real thing. Social media is 80% mindset, 20% skill set. I could teach you all the skills in the world, but if you are still suffering from imposter syndrome, if you still have a lack of confidence to get on video, if you still have a fear of judgment, fear of selling, you're afraid that people are going to look at you crazy, talk about you, you're going to be weird, then you'll never get up to do the thing. You have to identify what's in here that is holding you back. You have been called to higher, to greater, to more. And you feel it every single night. You feel there's a calling in your chest, like, I should be doing more. Who am I talking to right now? Every morning you wake up and you're like, I should be doing more with my business. And it's not that your business is failing. It's not that your business isn't great already. It's just that it's time to take it to the next level. And you're stuck doing the same thing over and over again, that it hasn't gone to the next level yet. So in the 5-day challenge, we show you how to take your business to the next level with content, with your brand. Yep. NADSM said, that's me. I'm called to the next level. So if you're in here and you're like, that's me, I'm ready. I'm tired of putting it off because of fear. I'm tired of putting it off because I don't know what's going to come next. Or I'm tired of being comfy. Some of you are just comfy. You're accustomed to, well, I'm already getting the sales. I'm already getting the clients. But are you hitting your desired income each month? There are some of you where you're at 5K months. You should already be at 15K months. There are some of you where you're at 40K months. You should already be at 100K months. But there's something in you when it comes to social media, you're convincing yourself, oh, well, I don't want to come off childish. I don't want to come off kiddish. With all of my clients, I'm going to just tell you right now, all of my clients are over 40. Just in case you thought that my clients were in their 20s, they're all over 40. And they're all building their personal brand online because we recognize that your personal brand today is what gets you endorsed tomorrow. Like, how many of you have ever heard of Tabitha Brown? Drop a me in the chat if you ever heard of Tabitha Brown. Right? So just drop a me in the chat if you ever heard of Tabitha Brown. Yep, there we go. I see some me's coming in. Tabitha Brown got her start on TikTok 5 years ago. And sis is over 40, mind you. But I think when she started, she was 40 years old on TikTok. And she hated her voice. But look at her now. Look at her now. Sis got a line in Target. She's been on different TV shows. Her brand has grown so big. So you already know that when you focus on your personal brand, it opens doors to many more opportunities. So if you're like, that's me, I need that, I want you to go ahead, click the second link in my bio, join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge at the VIP experience. Because it's in the VIP experience, we can help you get out of your own way so that now you're a blessing each time you show up on social media. Who in here wants to be a blessing every time you post your content? You want people to say, oh my goodness, you changed my life. You want people to tell you, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't this one video, if it wasn't your offer, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Those are the type of testimonies that you receive when people can actually see your brand. So if you're like, I need that, click the second link in my bio, join us in the VIP experience so that we can help you to get out of your own way, get unstuck, release the beliefs that are keeping you bound so that you can't make an impact. We've had people join the challenge, right? They've come in completely lacking confidence, right? So one of my former clients, Rhonda, she did not have confidence in doing video content. She was just like, I don't even do video content on day one. And so we worked with her, and she had a community that poured into her and blessed her. By day 3 of the challenge, sis was super confident. When I say super confident, she posts the most videos day 3 of the challenge. From there, she kept showing up online and being a blessing to her audience. People were like, I didn't even know these were the services you offer. That's the thing. You have people in your immediate circle who want to work with you, and they don't even know that this is the services you offer because they haven't seen your social media yet. It's not until you get on social media and you tell them, here's how I help you, that they start sliding in your DMs like, I didn't know I was your dream client. And that's what happened with Rhonda. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to take long. And I'm not talking about something that's going to happen overnight. This is not an overnight thing. For some of you, you'll get leads right away in the challenge. You'll get 30 leads in one day. Some of you will get 14 leads in the course of a week. Some of you will grow 50 ideal followers in the course of a week. And then some of you, the transformation is here. Some of you, you'll actually be consistent. Because what's stopping you from being consistent right now is you. You have said every day you wake up, I'm going to get up, I'm going to post a video. I'm going to get up, I'm going to go live. And you may have did it day 1. You probably did it day 2. But by the time you got to day 3, something happened and you stopped. And this happens every time. You start, you stop. You start, you stop. You start, you stop. And you're telling yourself, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. But the real issue isn't the fact that I don't know what to post, because that's the excuse you're using now. I don't know what to post. That's not your real issue. Your real issue is that what you say, what comes out of your mouth, your body disobeys. I'm going to say that one more time. What comes out of your mouth, your body disobeys. Because you're not someone who have been in integrity with yourself for too long. You're the type of person where you'll say one thing, but something always comes up. And now because of that, it's showing in your content. And in your mind, you're thinking, oh, it's just videos. But no, you've been doing this for some time. Some of you, it's the gym. You've been telling yourself, I'm going to go to the gym. Here's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to lose this much weight. And every time you get in the gym that first month, and then you stop. Some of you, it's online dating. I'm going to start dating. You get on these apps, and then you stop. That's a pattern. You thought that it was only your content? No, it's a pattern. Some of you have even said, I'm going to make my bed every day. You get up, you make it one time, and then you stop. That's a pattern of inconsistency. And so what we do inside the challenge is we help you to get out of this pattern. Because your people, they're relying on your consistency so that they can get their transformation. But if you keep saying one thing and your body's doing another, we got to help you get back into alignment so that now when you're posting your content, you are posting it not every day, because that's not what consistency is, but you're posting it on a schedule. And no matter what happens, nothing's getting in your way. Who am I talking to right now? Where you're like, that's me. You want to be consistent and you keep blaming it on the fact that you don't know what to post. When in all actuality, there's just an integrity issue there that's going on. Some of you are like, I don't want to raise my hand for that. Hey, Dr. Sasha, how you doing? Some of you are like, I'm not raising my hand for that. Like, she's calling me out. But that's okay. Because the reality is your business will always expose you. How many of you know that? When you were working your 9 to 5, you were fine. Every 2 weeks getting your security check, you were fine. You didn't have to deal with no trauma. But as soon as you started your business, the trauma started popping up. Childhood trauma, friendship trauma, mama trauma, daddy trauma. And you're like, what in the world? That's because our business is an extension of us. And if we don't deal with what's going on in here, it's going to be really hard to show up. So if you're in here and you're like, I'm ready to show up, I'm ready for my audience to see me so that I can help them, then go ahead and click the second link in the bio. Join us in the VIP experience. The VIP experience is curated just for you. Like when you come in, you do not leave the same way. You leave completely transformed, not just knowing the information of what to post on social media, but also being in alignment with who you are. Because there's a lot of you on here right now, your biggest thing is you don't feel authentic in video. You're posting the videos, but you're like, this don't feel like me. I feel like I'm performing. I feel like I'm just doing what everyone else is telling me to do, and it's not working. We show you how to show your personality on social media so that you're reaching your dream clients. Why? Because they need you. And they're only going to find you in the authenticity, right? Okay, so we talked about these content tips are ruining your engagement. Hey, DJ, how you doing? We're talking about these content tips are ruining your engagement and how you can fix it. So the first one we talked about was posting 2 to 3 times a day. Like you don't have to do that. Like for me, I post, when I first started, I posted 5 days a week. That was it. And I said, once you are posting 5 days a week, there are 3 things you want to understand. What content grows your following, what content builds your engagement, and what content gets you sales. Once you know those 3 things, you don't have to post 5 days a week. Why? Because this is what's going to grow your brand. No matter what social media platform you are on, once you know these 3 things, this is what's going to grow your brand. I did a podcast the other day where the person asked me, oh, which features are the best to use on social media? Is it stories? Is it reels? Is it TikToks? Is it lives? And I said, I don't teach features. I don't. I teach you a formula, a format, so that you will understand what grows your following, what builds your engagement, what gets you sales. The goal is to put out repeatable content so that every time you post, this is what's going to grow my following. This is what's going to get my engagement up. And this is what's going to get me sales. Once you know that, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, you'll be able to scale. So I have a former client. Her name is Jasmine. She's an artist. When she joined us, she already did great work. She already did amazing work, right? Like she sells her artwork. She's great at storytelling, but she didn't know what got her people to buy. That was the issue. After being with us in the challenge, we helped her with her messaging. After the messaging, she joined our academy. And for 1 year, she was testing her content. And when she was done in the 1 year, this is what she said to me. She said, Star, I know exactly what to post to get people to buy. How many of you in here would love to know what video content to post that gets your audience to buy from you? Just drop a me in the chat so I know that I'm not talking to myself. But how many of you in here, you want to know what content do I need to post in order to get people to buy from me? That's the goal. So that now when you post it, you know that video is bringing in sales. But not only did she know what content to post to get people to buy, she also knew what content to post to get people to engage. So anytime her engagement dropped, she knew if I posted this video, this is what's going to get me engagement. And she also knew what was going to grow her following. Now, this is important because when we're talking about building a brand, when we're talking about building your personal brand that brings you opportunities, you want to be able to show people that when I post, my audience is engaged. They're not going to want to invite you to their stages if you are posting content that barely anyone sees and barely anyone engages with, even when it comes to brand deals. And I'm not someone who focuses on brand deals, so I'll just touch on this point just a little bit, right? But whenever you're working with a brand, there are certain things that they want to know from you. They want to know how many followers you got, what the view is like, what your engagement is like, so that they know if you're someone to work with. If you have a lot of followers and no engagement, they're going to be like, no, this is not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it, right? Okay, let me go on to the next point. Point number 2. So we talked about the first one, posting 2 or 3 times a day. Point number 2, creating faceless content. Creating faceless content. This type of content is hurting your brand. It's hurting your engagement. Now, here's the thing. There are a lot of businesses and brands that are thriving with faceless content. And so you're thinking that's what I should do too. But here's the thing. You're not thinking I should do this too because it's going to help me thrive. You're doing it because you want to hide behind it. You want to hide behind it. But here's what you haven't realized. You haven't realized that when you have a faceless brand, it takes twice as hard to build trust. Twice as hard to build trust. That's why you're putting out faceless content now and no one's engaging with it. And you're like, but it's the same content that this person's putting out. They took the time to build trust. The fastest way to build trust with your audience is to show your face. Why? Because people do business with people. People buy from people. Some of you, when I say faceless content, I don't just mean not putting your face on it. I also mean hiding behind your business page. There are some of you on here where you have a business page and it has your logo and you've convinced yourself, I don't want to be the face of the brand. You know, like, I think that we should highlight everything else and everyone else. Let's just focus on the business. And because of that, every time you post on your business page, you get less engagement. But when you post on your personal page, you get more engagement. Why? Because people see your face. It's the fastest way to build trust. And let me tell you right now, if you want speaking engagements, it's going to be hard for people to book you for a speaking engagement with a faceless page. I'm going to tell you right now, the most annoying thing, other than having a faceless page, is having a business page that doesn't have your personal name in it. That has to be the most frustrating thing. People want to know who they're buying from. They're not just trying to see, oh, this is Joe Schmo's shop down the block. To be honest, when it comes to my business, people don't even know the name of my business. The only way they know the name of my business is if they purchase and they see it on their statement. That's it. You don't need to lead with this is the name of my business. Now I'm just talking to the people where you have a business page and it has your logo and it has the name of your business, but it doesn't have your personal name there. You are breaking trust with your audience. That's why it's hard for them to engage with you. But when you build your personal brand, guess what? Now people feel like they know you. They want to buy from you. Not just that, they want to have conversations with you. Most recently, well, let me not say most recently, there's been a page on here that has been imitating me. It's a false page, by the way. I do not have a second page. It's Book a Star and it has like 2 R's in it. It has my photo. It has less followers. It took some of my videos and posted it as well, right? And do you know that because I've built relationship with my community, I don't just post. We have DM conversations. I go live and I talk to you. I call out your name. We actually have a relationship. Do you know how many people slid in my DMs or just texted me and said, hey, is this your page? Because someone is selling your products or talking about, hey, buy. And this is not you. And I've just told every single one of them to report the page. Report the page when you see it. They blocked me, so I can't see it, right? But you can report the page and block them. But that type of love, that type of support, that type of trust. If I didn't take time to build trust with my community, they probably would have saw that page and thought it was me. But they felt safe enough and they felt like we had a relationship enough to slide in my DMs and let me know. That type of trust. That when you have that type of trust with your audience, guess what? They are more inclined to buy from you. But here's the real question. Why do you feel the need to hide? Why do you feel the need to hide? Some of you, the reason why you're doing it is because of a lack of confidence. I don't like the way I look on camera. This is my good side. It won't be showing all the time. I gained a little weight over the years. I'm going to tell you right now, no one cares. They do not care. What they care about is being connected to you. What they care about is the message and the story that you're sharing that's going to change their life. That's what they care about. They don't care about what you look like. They care about how you help them. And when you take the focus off of you and you start focusing on them, guess what happens? Ka-ching, ka-ching. Because now you've shifted from this is the way I look to here's how I can help you. Now, some of you know this, some of you don't, but I like teaching Bible marketing secrets. I teach it to all my clients and it works every time. I teach my clients how they can build their brand like Jesus built his brand. and be able to grow a large following and grow a following where people actually buy from you. And one thing Jesus did when he was showing up is that he served his audience. How can you be of service every time you show up? When people are watching your videos, are they actually getting quick wins from it? When they join your lives, are they getting a transformation? Because here's the thing, information is cheap, but transformation is going to cost. And people are so tired of just getting the information. They want to know, how can I apply this? How will this change my life? How will I get to the next level? Let me ask you this right now. Why did you start your business? I want you to write that in the chat. Why did you start your business? Just drop it in the chat. I want to read some of it out loud. But why did you start your business? Right? And so as you're writing in the chat, I'll tell you why I started my business, and then I'll read some of yours, right? But I started my business so that I can help people pay off their student loan debt. That's why I started my business. Because when I was working my 9 to 5, oh, TikTok. I hate when you're on live and then they ask you to do something. Okay. Right. So when I started my business, before I started my business, I was working a 9 to 5. I was working, this was my dream job, y'all. I finally had my dream job. I was working there, and I ended up volunteering at a company where they paid my student loan debt. They did. They gave me $10,000 to pay my student loan debt. And because of that, I was able to pay off my undergrad student loan debt. And I thought to myself, wow, I would love to be someone who can do this. Like, I didn't know that's what companies were doing, but this company, they specifically did that. And it sparked something in me that I'm like, I want to help people pay off their student loan debt. But not only do I want to help people pay off their student loan debt, I want to help people become rich and wealthy, right? Because there's been this, at least in the society that I grew up, there's been this thought process of you shouldn't be rich. You'll be greedy or you'll be corrupt if you are rich and if you're wealthy, right? And so my goal is to help people become rich off their personal brands and to help people pay off their student loan debt. That's my goal. But in order for me to do that, I got to show up. I got to show up and I got to serve. And there are times where I don't feel like showing up. There are times that I'm like, I don't want to go live. I don't want to do this. And then I remember my why. So my question to you is, why did you start your business? Is it so you can make impact? Is it so that you can create generational wealth? Is it so that you can leave a financial legacy? Is it because you overcame something and you want to help others overcome? What was your why? And when you have that why, that's how you want to show up. Because when you're serving your audience, guess what? They feel it. They feel it. They know that you help them to get to the next level in their life. Whether you're a relationship coach and you're helping people to be able to get married or heal within and have better relationships, or you're a fitness coach where you're helping people to lose weight, to get fit and keep the weight off. Or you're an artist and you sell high ticket artistry to men and women so that they can feel good in their homes. Whatever your why is, that's the point. Show up like that. Serve your audience. Let them see your face. This is how you're able to build the trust. But it won't happen if you keep trying to hide. It's time to come out. It's time to come out. It's time to stop playing small. Who am I talking to right now? Where you've been hiding for too long. It's time to stop playing small so that you can reach the masses and transform lives. If you're in here and you're like, that's what I want. I'm ready to stop playing small. I'm ready to reach the people that I'm called to. Go ahead and join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge. It's the second link in the bio so that you can actually join us in the VIP experience. Or if you're in here, you can DM the word challenge accepted and I will personally send you an invite. Right? Hey, Kwanda, how you doing, honey? All right. So we're talking about beware. These content tips are ruining your engagement. And I gave you 2 so far. The first one is stop posting 2 to 3 times a day. Now, if it's working for you, go ahead. But if you're posting 2 or 3 times a day and you're not seeing the engagement, stop. The next one is creating faceless content. Some of you are like, I want to create faceless content, or you're hiding behind your business page because you don't want to be seen. But the goal now is to build trust. And the fastest way to do that is to show your face. And the last one is thinking that shorter is better. There are some of you where you're still posting content on social media that's 7 to 10 seconds long. That content strategy is so 5 years ago. So 5 years ago. Back then, it was nice. 7 to 10 seconds, great. But actually, what people want is longer content now. I had 2 clients that went viral with videos on TikTok that was over 2 minutes long. I know it sounds bizarre because you're thinking people aren't watching that long, but they are. There's a lot of people where they're leaving Instagram, TikTok, and they're going on YouTube because they want longer form content. So the question to you is now, how can you incorporate longer form content into your brand so that now you are meeting the need of your people? Short form content, it has its place, right? Like I still like it, but for me, I'm like kind of getting tired of it. When I'm on YouTube, my number one thing is I'm looking for a video that's an hour long. I'm looking for a video that's 45 minutes long. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do that. I'm just saying you want to get out of the rat race of posting 3-second videos, 10-second videos, because it's actually hurting your engagement. It's a little bit harder for you to build a connection with your audience with only 7 to 10-second long videos. You want to start increasing 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, right? A lot of my videos are over a minute. My audience engages, they love it. So putting out longer form content, or longer than 10 seconds, I should say. If you're on Instagram and TikTok, you want to start getting your videos to a minute. But here's the thing. You don't want to be putting out these videos that are a minute long, 2 minutes long, and nobody's watching, because watch time is important. You want to train your audience to watch your videos longer. Start training your audience to watch your videos longer. Same thing when you're on YouTube. Like a good recommendation is to put out videos that are 10 minutes long. But if you notice your watch time is down, train your audience to watch your videos longer, which means you got to pay attention to the behavior of your audience. Because however they're showing up, however they're engaging, however long they're watching your videos, that's what's going to help you. Yes, thank you so much for dropping that in the chat, Imani. Truly appreciate you. Right? Okay, so shorter isn't always better, but putting out longer form content will help you. As I said before, I'll talk about Marianne. Marianne, she's in her 60s, and she helps men and women near to retirement age retire and actually have money in their bank account. So she shows them how they can make $300 a day and not have to retire broke. That's her goal. And here's the thing. When she joined the 5-day challenge, she joined at the VIP level. She already had a business, mind you. So it's not like she got these results because she just started, but she already had a business and she needed help with her messaging on TikTok. So we helped her with her messaging. On day 1 of the challenge, she got 5 new leads. Come on now. Day 2 of the challenge, she got 3 new leads. Day 3 of the challenge, she got another 5 leads. That's 13 leads in 5 days. In 3 days, actually. 13 leads in 3 days. My question to you is, how would that help your business if you were able to get 13 leads in 3 days? What would you be able to do with the 13 leads? Would you be able to convert them? Or would they just sit there and go cold? If you were able to get 13 leads in 3 days, how would it change your business? What could you do with that? Some of you, you'd convert them and you'll be able to pay your staff. Some of you, you'll convert them, you'll be able to go on vacation. It's up to you. What is it? What would that do for your business? I'm going to take it a step further, because after Marianne joined the challenge, she then continued to post the content based on what we taught her. And Imani said, I convert at 70%. So that would be major. That part. Imani said, if I got 13 leads in 3 days, she's converting 70% of those people. And if she has a high ticket offer, it's over. If she's converting 70% and she had a 5K offer, it's over. Come on now, right? So Marianne, after the challenge, she was able to, she posted another video using what we taught her. Sis went viral and got 60,000 leads from one video. 60,000 leads. I know that's an astronomical result. My question to you is, if we were able to help you get 60,000 leads, would that break your business or build it? Some of you just signed off because you got scared. You were like, 60,000 leads. I'm still trying to figure out how to get 6. But that is the power of social media marketing. Does that happen for everyone? No. But it could happen for you as long as you learn how to create content that sells. And again, would it break your business or build it? In the challenge, we show you how to create the content that's going to reach your audience. She had people commenting, telling her, I want this, I want this. So much so that she had to release another video that reached even more people to let them know how they can work with her. So if you're like, that's me, I'm ready to get off the sidelines. I'm ready to stop watching other people do it. I want to know how I can do it too. Click the second link in my bio. Join us in the VIP experience so we can help you. In the VIP experience, we help you with a couple of things. The number one thing is your messaging. Why? Because when your message is speaking directly to your dream clients, they're going to come in droves because they're already looking for you. There are some of you on here now where you're looking for your dream clients, they're looking for you, and you're missing each other. We show you how to position yourself with your messaging and call them to you, right? The second thing that we help you with is how to tell stories in your videos that's going to create relationships with your audience. There are some of you now where all you do is you put out educational content after educational content after educational content, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's hurting your engagement. So we show you how to tell stories in your videos that's actually going to build a relationship with your audience. So that any day that you stop posting your content, they're sliding in your DMs and telling you, is everything okay? We miss you. That's how you know you have a loyal audience. The next thing that we show you is how to sell in your videos without sounding salesy. Do you think Marianne was able to get 60,000 leads if she was afraid to sound salesy? There was no way. She got out of her own way and she was able to sell to her audience so she can convert. So we show you what is it to say in your videos that gets people to buy from you so that you don't feel icky, you don't sound salesy, it don't feel like you're pushing them or forcing them. The goal is to show you how to sell with ease because the people already want to buy from you. You just need to offer them the invitation to. So if you're in here and you're like, I need help with all 3 of those things, join us in the VIP experience. In the VIP experience, even though the challenge starts May 11th, you're able to get access to bonuses like the 365 days of content ideas, where you can start posting your content now that converts. On top of that, we give you master classes to help you with your call to actions, right? So some of you are putting out call to actions, it's not converting. But we have the call to actions that convert masterclass that helps you so that now you understand the psychology of call to actions and you know how to use your call to actions to get your audience to engage and pay. Okay? And the last thing we help you with, we give you this new mindset. And that mindset, I'm going to say it and I want you to write it in a chat. When people see me, they pay me. That's it. When people see me, they pay me. Once you understand that, you recognize the power of visibility because visibility leads to profitability. So now that you have that mindset in the challenge, we show you how to be visible so that people can buy from you and you can increase the bottom line in your business. Okay, thank you. Tiffany said, period. Hey, Beauty, how you doing? So who the challenge is for? The challenge is for the coach where you're already at 6 figures. You're using Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. You already have an audience on these platforms, but you don't know how to convert them into customers. Come on and join us in the challenge. Click the second link, become a VIP member. The challenge is also for the coach where you're stuck between 8 to 10K months. So whether you're a coach or a business owner, and here's the thing, the challenge is for service-based business owners. So if you have a service, then you can join us in the challenge because it will help you. If you have a product, you can join us as well. But typically, I like helping you when you're selling high ticket because high ticket, you make a lot of money faster as opposed to making a little bit of money slower, right? So with When you're selling low ticket, that means you have to reach a lot of people. Our goal is to show you how to reach your people, where you don't necessarily have to reach a lot of people. You just need to reach the people who are ready to pay you high ticket, right? So if you're a coach or a business owner, you're a service-based business owner, and you're hesitating to sell in your videos because you don't want to sound salesy, you don't know what to say to get people to buy, the challenge is for you. We'll show you exactly that. And lastly, the challenge is for the successful business owner or the coach, where sales is not your issue. You're always getting leads, you're always getting sales, you're good. Your issue now is visibility. Your issue now is that your influence doesn't match your income. So in your inner circle, you are the bomb.com. But online, it's like, who is this person? You should be having more speaking engagements. You should be invited to more podcasts. You have a powerful story that transforms lives. And the only people who really know about it is your immediate clients now, your inner circle, and the referrals that keep coming to you. That's it. And when they Google your name, your social media pages pop up, and it's not as enticing. We want to show you how to increase your visibility, amplify your presence, so that now when you're telling people, I show you how to make millions of dollars, or I am I am the best matchmaker, or I help you to heal your relationships, I help you to do whatever you insert, whatever it is, it actually matches when they Google you, right? So if you're in here and you're like, that's me, that's what I need, click the second link in my bio. Join us in the VIP experience and the Convert Content to Cash Challenge. So before we wrap up, I want to know if you have any questions. You can feel free to drop some questions in the chat. If you have any questions about the challenge, if you're wondering if it's for you, if you're wondering, how can it best work for your business, you can feel free to drop some questions in the chat. If not, we'll go ahead and wrap up. But I want to just leave that space open to you. So I'll give you some time. Here's the thing. In the challenge, we actually have 2 levels. We have VIP and we have the Diamond experience. But I like promoting the VIP experience because we've seen the most transformations come from there. But in the Diamond experience, we also have perks for that as well, which is when you join the Diamond experience, you'll get a free one-on-one Diamond content session with me, right? So some of you in here, you're like, you know what? I just need to have a one-on-one session with a coach, so that they can look at my content, tell me what I'm doing wrong. You actually get that at the Diamond experience level, right? So if you click the first link in my bio and you select Diamond experience, then you'll be able to get access to that. On top of that, some of you already have a successful business and you just want to be able to leverage someone's audience. I give you the opportunity to go live in front of my audience and sell. I've had some of my clients do that. They're able to grow their following. They're able to get more subscribers to their email list and then convert them, right? So if you're in here, you're like, I would love to try that. Consider the Diamond experience. But if you're not ready for that, join us for the VIP experience. That will also help. Awesome. All right. So I don't see any questions. So we'll go ahead and sign off. I'll be back again tomorrow. Hey, Letting Go Cafe. Good to see you too. I'll be back again tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to be teaching you how to build a loyal and buying community. Why? Because loyal and engaged don't always equal paid, but loyal and buying do. So I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern.